Man United 0, Liverpool 3. I can't stop smiling. I can't. It makes your day, doesn't it? Makes your weekend. And what an amazing start to the season. Let's talk about what that result means, though, in terms of Arne Slot. He's the first Liverpool manager since Bob Paisley to win his first game against Man United. He's the first Liverpool manager since George Kay in 1936, 88 years ago, to win his first game at Old Trafford. That's how monumental a win that was, and it was done in such style. It was men against boys, and I'm going to get into that in a little bit when we talk about the squads. But talking about the start of the season, 9 points out of 9, 3 clean sheets, and just a level of control in these games that we're not really used to seeing. I mean, Jurgen's football was fantastic, right? In terms of it was gung-ho, it was exciting. But I wrote a few words down today watching this, and it's like efficiency, control, discipline, organisation, and the way he's got this team so brilliantly organised, and they're like when they don't have possession, they're like cats. They just wait, and then they pounce on the opposition, and they just steal the ball from them, and away they go. And that's exactly how we scored all 3 goals today. I mean, you know, the assists will go down to Salah and Szoboszlai, but I think Casemiro and Mainu might get 3 assists between them as well. I want to talk about Casemiro in a bit too. We outmaneuvered them, we outplayed them, we outwitted them, we out-tacticked them, if that's a word. And this is Arne Slot after only 3 games. He has put a stamp on this team that is really quite different than Jurgen's. And he's done it instantly. And he's only had the players with him for a matter of a couple of weeks since they all came back. It's outstanding stuff. The football is sublime, and it's an absolute joy to watch. It really is. And you know, giving Man United a lesson, another spanking in their own backyard. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, does it? Right? Absolutely amazing. Another thing to note is, you know, okay, he's only obviously played 1 game at Old Trafford, and he's won 1 out of 1. Well, Jurgen only won 2 in the whole time that he was manager of Liverpool. He only won 2 league games at Old Trafford. They were cracking wins, of course, but only won 2. You know, before the game, all last night, I'm thinking, we should batter these. And then I'm thinking back, but look at last season when we did batter them, we ended up not winning the games. So, of course, as always, nervous as can be. But when you sit back and analyse it, look at the squads, right? They've just spent 120 million more again in the pre-season, and we've got a better goalkeeper, better defenders, a better midfield, a better attack, a better bench, and a better manager. I mean, we just have. There's not one single Man United player, and I mean this sincerely, there's not one that I would switch with any of our players. There isn't a single Man United player who would be a starter in this Liverpool team. Look at what they've been buying over recent years. They brought in Eriksen, they brought in an over-the-hill Casemiro. Guess what? Big teams don't let their great players go unless they're done. And they're like, I don't know how many watch the MLS, you know, the American league, where the likes of Gerrard and Beckham and all them have gone to, Lampard. But they're gone at the twilight of their career. Well, Man United is like the MLS of the Premier League, getting getting all these eyelashes in and trying to build a team around them. It's shocking. And talking about goalkeepers, I've watched Man United for over 50 years, and Onana is the worst Man United goalkeeper I have ever seen. You can't count Taibbi because he only played about 3 times and then they got rid of him. But for a permanent goalkeeper, he is the worst. He just doesn't even understand the basics of goalkeeping. And long may he be in goal for them. It's early days. You can't get overexcited. But I mean, my God, has he got us on the right track? And there was loads and loads of talk, even up until yesterday, because the transfer window closed, of we didn't get that number 6, and we let all these players go out on loan, and we sold some, and we haven't got the depth, and blah blah blah. Look at the bench today. Look at the bench versus their bench, and this is a team that has just splashed out on a ton more players. They outspent us by massive amounts in the last few seasons. But look at our first 11. Look at our second 11. The 11 that can come in, and it's just amazing. One other major point I think about this game, and I think Liverpool have been guilty of this for a long time, in that we all know we've been superior to them for many years now. I mean, they've just been treading water as a mid-table team basically, and yet we don't tend to win there. And the reason is, it's not the crowd. You can't be fearsome of that crowd. Half of them were gone today by the end, but it's also not. It's not the players. It's the occasion. We play the occasion, and even though we've been phenomenally better than them, we've allowed them to get results against us. And guess what? Today, and I'm putting this down to Arne Slot as well, we didn't play the occasion. We just played the football, the controlled, disciplined football. I was talking to one of my mates yesterday, and if Klopp was all energy and gung ho and excitement, Slot is like ice in his veins. Very calculating manager, and you can see it in the play of the team. They don't panic. They do not panic. They don't get overawed. They don't. We don't look like we're going to concede. Yeah. United did have 2 or 3 decent chances today, but they're going to, Andy. Every team at home, every supposed big team at home, is going to create the odd chances. But that's why you have the world's best goalkeeper in it, and he showed it today. So I'll start out the shout-outs with Alisson. I mean, he hasn't put a foot wrong or a hand wrong this season so far. I think I counted he made 3 very good saves today. One of them was through the legs of Van Dijk that he couldn't see. Another one where he tipped it out for a corner. But it's the way he saves them. His positioning, his anticipation, and the way he always makes a save that takes the ball away from goal is brilliant. He's one of the greatest goalkeepers I have ever seen, and he deserves a shout out today. 3 clean sheets out of 3. The next one, Luis Diaz, was taking, I think, unnecessary flack. Not huge amounts, but enough last season for his end product, and not scoring enough, not creating enough, becoming a bit of a one-trick pony. But he's reinvented himself this year. That's his 2nd goal with his right foot. He's got, in 4 games, he's got 4 goal contributions, 3 goals and an assist. And to be honest, very unlucky to not have even more than that. And if you look at his stats today, he did actually give the ball away quite a number of times, but he's trying to create things. He's not giving the ball away like Casemiro did or Mainu did. He's trying to create, and occasionally that, creative players will do that. So, big shout out to Luis Diaz. Keep it going, lad. You've been fantastic. Another one I want to mention, and I am putting this down to the Arne Slot influence, and that's Trent. We all know he's one of the most creative players in the world. He just is. The stats prove it. His ability to find the pass proves it, but he has always struggled as a right back in terms of the right back job of defending, and he's looking way more solid this season. There's two things. One, he looks more defensively disciplined. I'll use that word again. But two, even though he's getting forward and Kanate is covering him, he's getting back. And one of the things I've criticised him for in the past is that he's great bombing forward, but he jogs back. He's not jogging back now. He's coming back at pace. There's reasons you have 3 clean sheets out of 3. And obviously it's all the back 5 and the midfield and defenders as a team, etc. But Trent has been a standout. Very unlucky not to score today. He had another shot, very, very good technical shot that he blasted. That would have been ruled out for offside as well. But he's doing the job defensively right now, and he's still having the influence up top as well. Another one. Back to this number 6 thing. I mentioned it last week. I think the number 6 thing is overrated. So Gravenberch has come in, and I'm still hearing him being called by the pundits as sort of they've got a makeshift number 6 because they haven't got one. Well, we do have one. We've got Endo, but Gravenberch is not just doing the defensive midfield work quite brilliantly. He's not playing it as a number 6. He's breaking the lines, he's breaking forward. You'll often find him in that last third of the pitch, making a difference. And it was the same again today. I actually heard, a comment by Henry Winter at half time. And he's one of the few journalists I have time for, to be honest. But he said Gravenberch in our first half was Gerrard-esque. And do you get any greater accolades than that? So amazing. Finally, in terms of players, Mo Salah. We've all run out of superlatives for him, but my God, he just toyed with them today. The third goal was a peach, absolute peach. Great assist by Szoboszlai, who was given the ball by Gravenberch, I think. But first time, just like Diaz's goal, first time shot, not allowing the keeper to set himself, although I don't think that keeper can set himself. But then he just messed with them. About 2 minutes later, he kept the ball from about 5 of them, and it was hilarious. He's broke all sorts of records in his Liverpool career, but he's broke records at Old Trafford as well. He's now scored in 7 consecutive games against the Manx. He has scored, I think it's the most goals ever against them, but also, I think it's also in Premier League, the most goals ever by any player against any opposing team. I think that's right. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one. But he's also, we're 3 games in. He's got 6 goal contributions, 3 goals, 3 assists, and he's a phenomenon. And he looks better than ever right now. He looks happy, he looks driven, and why wouldn't you be playing in this team? It's got to be for a world-class player to be playing in a team playing this type of world-class caliber football. It's got to be a joy for him. And the last one, and I've mentioned him about 5 or 6 times already, but Arne Slot. Nobody could have anticipated that he was going to put his stamp on a team this quick, but he has. And there are clear differences. On the last video, I went through the 4 clear differences that I saw, and they were all in effect again today. I'm so excited about where this fella can take us now. There'll be somebody out there, and I should be one of you, saying, hang on, steady on, it's only 3 games. We just battered Man United at home for our 3rd clean sheet in a row, and Arne Slot has just broken all sorts of records, some of which go back 88 years. So let me have my moments, okay? Anyway, international break now, and we go in joint top of the league. Same goal difference as Man City, who have given up goals. We haven't. We've just got a couple less. We are in phenomenal shape. Only 2 teams now on 9 points. But what are we? 6 points ahead of Man United after 3 games. Oh, it's a fantastic day. I'm going to go rewatch it now and then watch Match of the Day. And then watch it on LFC TV. And then watch it on MU TV. So have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you after the international break. All the best. You'll never walk alone. Ta-ra.